Wheeler Trucking is the #1 light-duty carrier in the industry. This instructional video demonstrates the safe and effective loading techniques that all Wheeler employees are held accountable to. Pre-trip inspection. Prior to loading, the trailer must be inspected for any defects that may need repair, such as cracks or welds. Any issues must be acknowledged and corrected at this time. Assure that all necessary equipment is available and in good working order. All flips and extensions should be adjusted and checked at this time. To keep from damaging the front end, gently flip the front end forward while supporting it. Please do not throw them forward, as this can cause damage to the trailer and potentially could injure you. Check the conditions of safety devices, such as a fire extinguisher and triangles. Be aware of any potential problems that could arise due to weather conditions. Remove ice buildup and/or snow. Parking. Key placement of the tractor and trailer is essential. The area must be free of any hazards on the ground and in the air. The ground must be flat and void of any ice or water buildup. Once a suitable position has been selected, shut down the unit and engage the air brakes. Trailer prep. To begin prepping the trailer, the driver must get in the belly of the trailer. All equipment that is being used must be placed on the frame rails of the trailer. Please do not throw the equipment, as Wheeler Trucking invests a great deal to ensure that our drivers have the most modern and efficient equipment. Once all necessary equipment is placed onto the rails of the trailer, the driver then needs to get out and set the equipment next to the trailer in an organized fashion. Be sure to leave a 3 to 4 foot aisleway in between the edge of the trailer and the equipment. This will ensure that no tripping hazards are present in your immediate work area. Once all essential equipment is removed from the trailer, you will then need to organize the remaining equipment. Ensure that all equipment is located below the frame rails so as to not be in the way of any oncoming units. Set up the ground skids as well as flips and/or extensions. At this time, be sure all belly bars are in the correct position. Make sure the belly bars are pinned through the bar and clipped. Set up skids to load the first unit. Loading the first unit. Communication is the #1 priority to ensure safe loading techniques. The first unit is lined up and slowly brought forward. Be aware of your placement on the trailer as you listen to the lead loader's commands at all times. When driving the unit, always use 2 feet, one for the gas pedal and one for the brake pedal at the same time. Ensure that the unit is aligned correctly prior to driving it onto the trailer. Advance the unit slowly onto the trailer, ensuring that there are no clearance issues with the trailer and/or skids. Drive the unit all the way up into its final resting place. Shutting down a unit. Ensure the unit is in park. Set the emergency brake. Turn the ignition to off. Take the keys out of the ignition. On a cutaway chassis, move the seats forward. Mirrors should be folded in. Use 3 points of contact at all times while exiting the vehicle. Have the loader help hold your ladder to ensure maximum stability. Chaining down a unit. Every unit must have 4 chains or securement devices in each prospective corner of the vehicle. In the case of the last or only unit in the load, there must be 2 safety chains in addition to the 4 other chains. Be sure to always pull the chains in a V or A pattern to ensure that the unit will not shift during transport. When chaining down a unit, you must hook up all 4 chains before you start cranking them down. If this is not done, it could cause the unit to move forward, backward, or possibly shift sideways as a result. Failure to follow this step could also cause great bodily injury or death. Loading additional units. Once the first unit is in place and secured properly, it is time to load the next unit. Set the saddle in its prospective spot on the loaded unit. lock in place with a chain. Set up the skids and ramps. The driver and passenger side must always be symmetrical in the ramp setup. Always use skid stops and Isuzu board E-boards to disperse the weight. Once everyone is clear and the equipment is set up, it is now time to bring up the next unit. Unit number 2 is slowly advanced up the trailer and up the skids. Once the steer tires are on top of the drive tires, the unit is stopped. Communication between the driver and the lead loader must be re-established. The saddle can now be readjusted with the use of the fifth wheel puller. The unit is then slowly advanced, very slowly, with complete communication between the driver and lead loader at all times. The unit is advanced until the axle sets into place in the dolly. The unit is then advanced into position by the saddle sliding on the frame. The unit is then shut down and chained down. Finishing loading. Once all units are in place and chained down, check the height of your load, maximum of 13 foot 6 inches. Make sure all loose equipment is secured with straps. Double check all chains to be sure that they are snug and there are no loose ends hanging. Make sure that the trailer suspension is aired up. Check the overhang and flag if necessary. Unloading. The unloading process is very similar to the loading process. All positioning of skids, wood, should mimic the loading process. When unchaining a unit, all 4 chains need to be loosened symmetrically. Do not remove a chain until all 4 have been loosened. Place a chain on the frame rail to catch the dolly to prevent it from sliding down the frame rails and damaging the unit. Be aware of your placement on the trailer as you listen to the lead loader's commands at all times. Once all the units have been offloaded, be sure to return all equipment to its original place. Make sure to keep the trailer well organized and secured properly, as this helps to protect our equipment as well as keep us safe. We're glad you're a part of the Wheeler team. Following these safe and effective techniques will make sure we are all on the road for many years to come.